Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. These are the best two defensive ends in Minnesota Viking history, in my opinion. And I understand there's a lot of other defensive ends that are very great in the mighty Minnesota Viking history, but this is just what I think. And I'm going to start with number one. Carl Eller, debatably the best or debatably the most important player on that mighty defensive line back in the day, the Purple People Eaters with that bull, Alan Page, Jim Marshall, Gary Larson, and Doug Sutherland. That bull, Carl Eller, when I tell you, oh my gosh, this man was simply a beast, a monster. Whatever analogy you want to say, number 81 was that dude. He put the fear in every opposing quarterback's heart. It was a wrap. Their heart sunk when you see number 81 rushing you. You know what I mean? Just to name a couple of things about him, some of his accolades. He is in the Hall of Fame. You know the vibes. He got in the Hall of Fame in 2004. He had 130 sacks, unofficial total. But, you know, the reason why I had to look it up, what's unofficial total mean? They said the NFL didn't record sacks as a statistic until 1982. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I learned something new. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first team All-Pro. And this is another fact. This is another crazy stat that I did not know. Started all games but one in 14 seasons. Now that goes to show you, you know, back in the day, NFL was so much more physical. Now, I don't want to say it's like two-hand touch now. They're trying to protect the offensive player to the point where defense can't really play defense nowadays. Back in the day, when the Purple People Eaters were just destroying everybody, man, when the physicality was on a whole nother level, this man played all the games. But at one 14-season career. Simply amazing. The true Iron Man. You got to pay homage to and respect to the all-time greats, man. And that's why I made this video, because people don't understand, like, if it wasn't for the players before, there wouldn't be no players now. They made the NFL to where it's at now. You have to have the past to have the present and future. And the past got us to where we're at right now. One of the most amazing sports, the NFL, is because of players like Carl Eller. So much respect to Carl Eller. He's my number one defensive end. Even though I didn't get to watch him play, I was watching his highlights, and he always seemed to just pop off on the screen. Like, every time I watched the Purple People Eaters, he was the guy, number 81. I seen him all day, every day, tackling the dang on quarterback. That's what it was. So shout out to him. But number two, you know, I got to actually see this player, and his name is Jared Allen. Jared Allen has the all-time career in sacks for the mighty Minnesota Vikings, which is 22, and he got it in 2011, I believe, right? The one thing that Jared Allen has that is just simply unmatched by any player that I have seen at the defensive end position is his motor. Non-stop motor. Like, the guy keeps going from the moment that quarterback snaps the ball, he's going for you. And then if the running back is running past that defensive line, he's coming for that defense. He's coming for that running back. He's going to tackle him from behind. He never stops moving. Jared Allen is this is another crazy fact that I was like, wow, is one of two players in NFL history to have 14 or more sacks in 3 straight seasons. The only other player that had that was the great, and I mean the great, Reggie White. So, amazing. He had, what's his sack total? 130 sacks. He had 19 fumble recoveries. Just an amazing player. Like, I got so much respect for Jared Allen. When he came from the Chiefs, I don't know what we had to give up to go get the Chiefs, or was he just a free agent we just signed? I think we had to give up something to get him. I'm pretty sure. A great player like that. I was like, yo, who is this dude just getting all these sacks? Number 69 was something that is unmatched. Danielle Hunter is probably the closest since, right? We could probably all agree with that. Danielle Hunter is probably the closest since to be on that level of Jared Allen. But then let me mention a couple of other, because that's my number one and number two. Mention a couple of other defensive ends that are worthy of being mentioned because they are that great. And I'm going to start with another member of the Purple People Eaters, and it's that guy, Jim Marshall. And I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet, and I don't understand. And same with Jared Allen. I don't even understand how he's not in the Hall of Fame. Doesn't make any sense. Somebody got to figure out who's in charge of that and fire all of them. Straight up, fire them, because there's no way. But a cool fact about Jim Marshall, when he was 42 years old, he started all 16 games. All 16 games. That's amazing. And we know how physical the game was back in the day. He had 30 fumble recoveries, unofficial 127 sacks, not in the Hall of Fame. Like, I got to say that again. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy work right there. And how do you not get in the Hall of Fame? It's crazy. He better get in the Hall of Fame ASAP. Now, let's get to Chris Doleman. You know what I mean? Chris Doleman, oh my gosh. He played for 3 teams, y'all. And all the teams put together, all his sacks together, he has 150 sacks. He got in the Hall of Fame in 2012. And he had 7 sacks in 13 straight seasons. What an amazing, consistent player, man. And he had 21 sacks in 1989, was the record for the Minnesota Vikings in sacks before that guy, Jared Allen, did his thing in 2011 with the 22 sacks. You know the vibes. Let's go. And let me say this, man. He was a Viking, and he was at his best when he was with the Vikings. Let me say that. He was at his best when he was with the Vikings. He had 96.5 sacks with the mighty Minnesota Vikings. So those are just a few defensive ends, you know, that I wanted to pay homage to and pay respect to. And I had to pay respect to the Purple People Eaters. And I just have to say, like, even though we didn't win the Super Bowl, and I hope we win it soon, what they did for the game is beyond anything you could think of. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows the name Purple People Eaters. You know what I mean? And if you don't know who Chris Doleman is and Jim Marshall and, you know, Carl Eller or Jared Allen, I'm pretty sure that if you watch this video, if you're watching this video right now, you'll be like, wow, the Vikings is back in the day and recent and present Vikings. We're about to win a Super Bowl soon. I don't want to say just back in the day. Right now, we got that bull Jonathan Grenard. You know what I'm saying? We got some players. We got that bull Dallas Turner. And best believe I will be going live for all the games this upcoming season. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. It's going to go down. It's about to go down, I mean. But yeah. But shout out to everybody rocking with me. Y'all leave in the comments below and let me know your 2 best defensive ends in Minnesota Viking history. You know the vibes. I'm out. This is the end of the video. I truly appreciate you vibing with the bull. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. I'm out.